tale can be woven from either fact or fiction. On our mother planet Dana, it has been handed down that Rena, the planet in the sky, is where the dead and the divine reside. Rena unleashed disaster upon our planet Dana, robbing us of our history and freedom. A destined encounter of two people born of different worlds. Can they deny their fate and forge a new path? Now is the time for change.
Hello. So yun no, nagbabalik tayo. Medyo matagal tayo nawala. 2 days. 2 days. Ayan, thank you. Welcome guys. Ayan, first Sir Ices Ambot Gaming. Ayan, Team Antidote represent. Welcome po. Sir Hill. Thank you sa pagbisita. No? First din. Si Sir Mark Ernig uhaw na thirst. Si Sir AJ Oranyo. Fourth. Mga gutom. Genshin. And thank you guys. Magandang good evening. Ayan. Happy Monday. Yan, Sir EJ Oranyo of the Chaos Gaming TV. Thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Ronaldin Kasapanan, I love you. Thank you sa pag-heart, react, and also sharing our stream. Sir Ices of Ambot Gaming. Thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Sir Mark Ernie, aka Atreus Gaming. Thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Sir Real De Villa, thank you sa pag-react na ating stream. Sir Johnny Fernandez, aka Johnny Boy TV, thank you sa pag-like and share ng ating stream. Sir Paul Rakuya, thank you sa pag-like and share ng ating stream. And Ambot Gaming, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Yan si Sir Isis. Sir Atrius Gaming, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Sir si Joms DMZ, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Kion PH, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Siege TV aka Siege Kingston, thank you sa pag-like and share ng ating stream. Yan. Magandang good evening guys. Hello Sir Kion. Sige mamaya i-add kita. Nalimutan ko yung ano ko yung UID ba yan? Students from mine Team Antipolo represents, ayan. Welcome guys, no. Continue natin yung story ng Tales of Arise. Medyo nakapagpahinga tayo, no. Ng 2 days. So balik tayo sa story. Let us continue. Ayun, thank you. Alam ko boss fight na yung susunod na ito eh. Tumigil ako ng boss fight na eh. Hindi ako maglalaro ng Shin Megami. Ano may mga nakapila pa ako eh. Meron pa akong dot hack. Ipa-platinum run ko siya pagkatapos ko siguro tong Arise. Magpa-platinum run tayo ng dot hack. GU. Dito sa PS4. Look ba HP? Wala ko nabuksan ng HP. Pero nasa disto na ako nun. Si Russo maglalaro rin. Maglalaro pala. Maglalaro. Marami pa tayong nakapilang games eh. Hindi na muna ako magdadagdag unless trip ko talaga yung ano. Itong race nga siningit ko lang talaga to. Medyo singit lang talaga siya. Ano nga ba to? Okay. GTA Online. Libre lang yun, di ba? Sa ano? Kung saan? Saan yun?
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
Colors.
Nagano ata? Natigil? Oo, na-DC ata. Lolo ko internet.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being.
Mga na DC.
Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Don't go.
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool. I didn't serve him because I
Oh,
wanted to.
nagbabalik.
Expect a mere slave would know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines
Naglolo ko yung net.
Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danon for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Danons are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother. He dreamed of building a world
mukhang
free of
tuloy-tuloy na uli.
suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death.
Nagbabalik.
You killed my brother. And now you'll die for it!
Okay yung sugal na to.
My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic?
Have you no shame?
Where are you going? It has some kind of camouflage.
Mag-teleport, hindi lang siya. Hindi siya nag-EMB.
Freezing storm.
Be still! Mirage! Here I come! Enough gun! Lightning thrust! It's over! Mirage! Fluid escape! You!
Reload.
Dragon swarm!
They vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
Fluid escape!
Just when
Take this! You're finished!
I'll heal you all.
Double demon back! I'll run you through!
Raging cascade.
Double demon back!
Whoa, you all right?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Healing circle. I'll fix Raging cascade.
I owe you one.
Freezing storm.
Hindi siya nag-EMB, nag-teleport siya eh.
Raging cascade. Not on my watch.
Here I come! Hurricane!
Where are you going?
Dragon swarm!
Their field.
Be still!
Stay away from my friends!
Una to. Oh.
From death's abyss.
Double demon fang!
In the groove. I'll cover you. I still
You're mine!
That's a knuckle. Here's a healing.
Ano rin kasi tayo naka-hard din tayo, no?
Fluid kick!
Back into the fray. There. Divine streak.
Kaya medyo makunat yung kalaban. Saka medyo masakit.
Here. Let me help.
Take this!
now.
Burn!
Weak now. More for the
You're mine!
annihilation.
You're finished! Double demon fang!
Gian Justin Red Otos, thank you for liking our stream. And G Yaan, thank you for liking our stream.
I can only rely on myself.
Oy, thank you sa pag-follow ng ating page. G Yaan.
More with that glacial spear. Here's evil.
And welcome.
Try harder! My turn! Take this! You'll pay for that!
I can carve through armor.
Let the marksman handle this.
It's over!
Talon hurricane. This one's mine.
Thank you po.
Double demon fang! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Here I come! It's over!
Salamat sa pag-follow.
Things come to an end.
And Albert Francisco, aka Birdness na walang gaming pero naglalaro at nag-stream pa ma. Thank you sa pag-like and share ng ating.
This one's all mine!
Natutuloy mo pa ba yung Tales of Arise mo, Bird?
Felt fine not too long ago.
Dragon swarm!
Ano pala akong CP? Ay!
Armor won't save you.
Baka nalampasan mo na ako. Ngayon lang uli ako nakapaglaro.
Spear. Here's evil. I'm ready. Talon sword. Flame. Reload. Here's a healing.
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Here. Let me help.
Yun lang, busy. Busy ka.
Mine.
Here I come!
I'll be
It's
saving
over.
this Talon
Deny!
high. Glacial spear. Keep calm and take them down.
Wala mo pa nga.
The waters are
Here comes something big.
try to dodge.
Ay!
One keep...
Nadali ako nung ano. Saan ako nung sig... Ow!
What my shield's for.
Ay!
I'll leave it to you!
Wait.
This should do it! Double demon fang! Take this!
Healing circle.
You're finished!
Now I'm real mad.
Tidal wave.
Strike! Dragon swarm!
I'm out of ammo.
Be still!
Here's the healing hurricane.
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Renegades ko. Ay, tama na tuloy yung ano. Tama na tuloy yung combo ko ng art.
Lightning thrust! Strike! It comes!
Glacial spear. Freeze lancer.
Ayan naman yung tumatakbo.
Raging cascade. Breath. I will heal you all.
What's this?
Here,
It's
let me
over.
help. Talon hurricane. First aid.
Be still!
Right
know, Jack.
You're finished!
Sweet dreams.
Right spear!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Astral arts?
That's my cue.
Cancel kaya.
Shut him down!
Can't be happening. More with that.
Not a chance! It's over!
Oh, I'll be safe. This way.
Dragon swarm! Not
Walang pang-cancel.
Take this! It's over!
Divine streak. You must handle.
Dazzle! Mirage! Take this!
Light astral energy. It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone! Double demon fang!
Chinese supernova.
Leo.
Double demon fang! First strike! This should do it! Double demon
Patay pala si Shion.
Here, let me help with the stockpile. If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Ah, meron. May Baal ako.
I'll bring you back.
Pati weapon ni Baal meron.
It's over. Try harder. Weapon dog. I'm not done.
Sleep now. I'll be saving this. Where are you going? Magic is there.
You're mine.
Talon Hawk, Tidal Wave.
Double demon fang.
Right here. Let me help. Talon Tail.
It's over.
I'll be
Dragon Swarm.
Now you see what I can do.
Boom.
getting started.
We've got him on the run.
Dragon Hawk.
Right. Still anyone's play.
This is the way you call it. Field.
Strike.
I'll be saving this one. This can't be happening.
You're mine.
Patay na naman si Shion.
Hey, Lenny.
Now. Take this.
My astral energy
May nakuha ka na bang 5 stars or mark, Ernie?
is the wind.
Oo, naka-engulfing yung Baal natin.
More for the stockpile.
Sinuwerte.
Try harder. Now. You're mine.
Ayun.
Liquid
Overdrive.
Get by me!
It's weakened.
Take this. This ends now.
Paralyze ako.
Here and now.
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar.
Here I come.
Ah, nice. May Baal ka pala. Nice. Buti nakahabol ka pala. Patapos na yung banner niya.
It's gonna attack.
Right, watch out.
Boom.
Photon raging
Double
cascade.
demon fang.
Freezing storm. More for
Take
the
this. Here and now. Ignite.
Photon blast. Will this work?
Dragon Swarm.
This one's mine.
Pause.
Do it.
Kisara. Commander of Heaven. Phoenix Cyclone.
Second account pa nga. Yun na yung main account mo, no? Sayang din eh.
You filthy slaves are despicable.
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship. Ridiculous. Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
They can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Mahag-Saar, perhaps?
Oh, ang dami mo pang support.
Now,
Swerte.
at this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act as the Lord of Eldamen and Sia. Go to Mahag-Saar, Ganath Haros, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you all right with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream? What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are
Sir John Balmes,
Dream alive.
aka The Boogeyman TV.
something real.
Thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands.
Thank you Sir John.
People no longer need any lord.
Salamat sa pagbisita.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to
Sir
fight
Stan
Lennox and
Adornado,
Lennox
aka Strider Mochi.
I am well aware.
Thank you sa pag-like ng ating
However,
stream. Welcome
If I
po.
wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Kaya pala siya sumama.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans. You're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Danan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
The sky is out.
I am not sure I have the right to say anything
Good
as far
evening,
as
good evening
Kisara
sa
is
inyong
concerned.
lahat. Happy Monday.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
Better recipe. Perfect updates and sense.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm
Any
sure
item?
it's complicated for her.
The Boogeyman TV, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Yan si
Where
Sir
did
John.
Kisara run off to?
Stream ka ng world. Ayoko nang bumalik sa world eh.
Do you?
Ang world ko kasi sa PC,
Gall entrusted her
base
to be free.
world lang.
She wouldn't do
Ang
something.
Iceborne ko nandito sa PS4.
Right now, I think she just needs
Sang
to...
hassle ko connect sa
What she
lobby
does from here on out is up to her.
dito
She
sa
has to be the
PS4.
one to decide.
Kaya madalas solo lang ako. Sir Danjo Magallanes, aka Dan Goku. Thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Saka nakaano na naman, napagsawaan ko na rin yung world din. Dito lang yan, no? Dito yan. Nandito lang ang iceborne natin. Nakita ba ko ilang hours to? Pag dito. Hindi ko nakikita. Oo, ang hirap. Kaya ayoko nang balikan. Na, ano ko naman, kompleto ko naman yung content hanggang dun sa kay Talis. Ay, naglabas pa pala sila ng movie. Yung Monster Hunter na movie. Sir Richard Andrew Manakil, aka Lefatman Gaming. Thank you sa pag-like and share ng ating stream. Happy Tales Gaming stream. Plus Ultra, yes sir. Thank you po. Thank you Sir Dan Goku. Salamat sa pagbisita sa ating stream.
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
South gate daw. Saan ba mapa dito? Where? Dito. Sige ba?
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danans and Renans have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
Sir Manolito Apolonio Jr.
Walls to overcome.
aka Apolonius Gaming.
It was the
Thank you
people
sa
themselves who
pag-like ng
decided
ating
to break them
stream.
down without any help from us. I hope they keep
Thank
building.
you sa pagbisita.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I
Thank you
guess.
din sa pag-share ng ating stream, ayan. Thank you.
All
po.
right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Kala ko dun sa pusa eh.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Kompleto na ang party.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, In the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free. Or gained without sacrifice.
44. Kaka 44
Now that I
ko
know
pala.
that, I'll just have to figure out what else I
AR
don't
44.
know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elda Menancia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me. Not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
Mahagsar. Malis ng monster that's all. Tuloy mo lang yung story. Wala naman sa AR yun. Kunin natin to. Hindi, dun na lang yan. Saglit na lang yan. Ano ka lang, marami namang world quest eh. Sa chest. Kaya yan. Patrick Flores, aka Lexheart Gaming. Thank you sa pag-heart react na ating stream. Thank you sa pagbisita. Mag-stream ka mamaya? Thank you sa pagbisita, no? Lexheart, Mild Gaming, Lexheart Gaming. Uy, thank you sa 50 stars. Maraming salamat. Yan, Lexheart Gaming, ating ka-Team Corn Hub. Thank you. Nagayos lang tayo ng ano, no? Mga skill. And thank you ulit, no, sa 50 stars Lex Heart Gaming, ang ating ka-team Conham. Wala pa siya nung ano, parang guts sa skill. Okay, save muna tayo ng ano, point. Ang effect niya, plus 30 attack.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elder Menancia Guard. So, in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
Pagkatapos lagi ng boss, maraming ano hit.
What was Kelzalik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part.
Uy, Sir Rusty.
That must have been truly immense.
Thank you sa pag-like and share ng ating stream. And Sir Rusty, aka Green Ranger.
Defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
And guys, kung naghahanap kayo, no,
the pity party.
nasa
You literally just
Baliwag,
joined us to
Bulacan
uphold
kayo.
those
Around
ideals.
Baliwag, Bulacan yan. Si Sir Rusty, nagano siya ng pasabay.
No, she is absolutely correct.
Check nyo na lang ang kanyang
I
page
shall
na
speak
Green
no more of
Ranger.
my misgivings.
At ipin comment natin ang Green Ranger na ano, post. Kaya lang, medyo matagal si Facebook. Yum. Hindi lumalabas yung ano. Kung ano yung para sa new link. Around Baliwag. Pin natin yan, no? Pin, yan. Para matulungan din natin si Rusty. Siya magamit. Saka yun yung Pierce. HP na lang. Okay, alis na tayo. May ano, may owl.
Double Demon Fang! Through its kick!
Thunder field!
Double Demon Fang!
Medyo nag-ano doon, nag-lag no?
Raging Cascade!
Dazzle! Soaring Light Spear!
They rescue! You guys are prepared!
Take this! It's over! I'm on it!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Lightning Thrust! Take this!
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and
Map.
that'll be that.
Ay, may malapit na owl. May magalaban. Malapit na owl.
Gotta break through! It's on! Take this!
It's
Try harder! Not a chance!
Annihilation!
Through its kick! Damn it!
Dance in the
You're
wind!
mine!
In here!
Smash you!
Radiant Spear!
You're mine! You're finished! Keep shooting!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Small! Look sharp!
Ay, hindi ko nagamit ko yung Dualim.
See that?
That training's paying off!
Reload! Tidal wave!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah.
Ayun, nakita ko na.
Might be
Yung
getting
tama.
too
Ayun,
strong.
yun.
Isn't that good?
Hoo hoo.
Play along, would you?
Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Maybe something's going on in the forest.
An opponent like this
Boom,
would be
boom.
easy.
Dance in the wind!
You're finished! I'll take you all off! You're mine!
Healing circle!
Through its kick!
I feel like me again.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks,
So much
Kisara.
for this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
No steady.
Okay.
I'm up sleep
Be
now.
still.
Annihilation!
You're ours! Dragon Swarm! Coming through!
Coming through.
Ha! Now! Scarlet and... This is the power of the blazing sword!
The power of the blazing sword.
A fish!
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how How did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Nagkaka-fishing na tayo.
Now, where might those fish be? Ha!
Paano mag-isda dito?
Nothing's biting.
Ako parang wali man lang tinuro kung paano mag-isda.
Yeah! Not my lucky day, I guess.
Welcome back, Sir Bart Early. Ah, ganun mag-shake.
Nothing's biting.
Hirap ng mga isda dito.
Looks like I lost it.
Ano ba mga isda?
Ha! I've got something.
Ay, R1. Nakahuli rin tayo.
I'll catch something bigger next time.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Looks like I lost it.
Hindi talaga magets kung paano mga isda.
Ha! There we go.
Ay, mali.
I'll
Mali,
get you
mali, mali,
next
mali,
time.
mali. Nalito ako sa R1 at saka R2.
There we go.
Hello. Kung ano lumalabas sa button. Huli.
I'll catch something bigger next time.
Nice work!
Kunin lang natin tong nandito sa ano.
All right.
Huli ka, boy.
She's got a good size to her, all told.
I can't believe you caught that with a rod. Amazing.
Okay, okay. Quit na, quit na.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Fishing, fishing.
Okay!
Dapat lumabas to bago. Bago ano eh. Bago ka nag-fishing. Hindi ko man lang alam yung ginagawa ko kanina. Ay, sir. Ay, kulang. 1,000. Ito lang muna. Tapos kunin natin yung key of prevention mamaya. No thanks. Tapos na, tapos na. Tapos ang ating fishing lesson. Oh, bakit may ano dito? Heal. Ano apoy? Ay,
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
bigay ng shield. Sana malakas yung shield. Mahina. Okay, camp.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elda Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
Currency, 20 gold.
Seeking is a way to more reliably hit them. There is a
Pag
solution.
dumami, magbabattle
Try to
royale tayo.
outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Tok. May bagong weapons ka ba? Wala tayong pera. Wala tayong mga bagong weapon na mabuo. Oh, ito. Manage ranch. Matured na sila. So, may horse. Subukan nga natin. Horse, cow. Tsaka chicken.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Field guide. Bigyan tayo fishing notes. Sir Carl Philip Metran Diaz, thank you for liking.
Why
our
are you
stream.
looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian
po.
Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Cook yung heal uli. Kapanood lang ulit, sir. Okay lang yun. Thank you sa pagbisita. No? Salamat po. Ay, heal.
All done. Come and eat.
Malaro tayo ngayon ng Tales of Arise.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. Do you mind watching our camp tonight?
Do you mind watching our camp tonight? Hanggang saan kaya tayo abutin ngayon?
Shall we get moving? Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers.
Ay,
because of my
ito
mask.
pala tayo, no? Pwede tayo mag-battle royale.
What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel
Sir
was
Moy
shut down,
Tax.
there
Thank you
wasn't
sa
much
pag-like and
to
share ng
hurry.
ating stream.
But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
Para narinig ko pa. Sino-sino?
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
Battle Royale.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when
Ako na
doing
wala
so,
na mahal.
dangerous like it is here,
KO agad.
there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Laro na. Mukhang may malakas yung nakaharang ah.
In here, I'm also good with airborne
Boom,
targets.
boom, boom.
A whirling stroke. Right!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you truly. Get on it. Let's go. Man,
It's over!
Boom, boom.
Glacial spear. Here's evil. More of that can't stop. Freeze laser.
You're mine!
Here,
You're
let me
finished!
help.
First strike!
First aid. This one's mine.
Mahula sa kama.
You're mine!
Ano ka na lang?
Air thrust.
Laro ka habang nakahiga.
Mirage! Eat this! Take this! It's over!
Air thrust. Astral energy.
Mirage! Here I come! You're finished! You're mine! It's over!
Eat this.
Tapak ng HP.
No escape! Soaring light spear! Mirage!
Demon's descent.
Flashing bang!
Easy. Way to go.
Here I come! It's over! Soaring light spear! Tear! First strike! Mirage! You're done! You're mine!
Ayun na. Wala, naputol yung combo.
You're finished!
Do it!
Lightning thrust!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when. All right.
Tuloy mo na yan. Tutorial start.
There's nowhere to run from my arts. When he slows down, that's our chance. It's over. No further.
Like trying to keep up with a wall.
Ah, yun nga, meron silang ano sa taas.
In here.
Lightning thrust. Soaring light
Oh,
spear.
nagano ka na lang. Genshin ka na lang sa phone.
Here I come. It's over.
Seal.
Be still.
I'll be safe. Searing flame.
You're finished.
In a bind. More with that can't stop. Back into the field. Fire red. Air
Dragon
thrust.
Sword.
Glacial speed.
Uy, thank you, Sir Ran Mustang, aka Kerrigan of Team Okra Place. Magandang good evening, thank you sa pag-heart react and also sa 10 stars. Ayan. Maraming salamat. Thank you. Magandang good evening. Salamat sa pagbisita sa ating kanto.
No further! You're finished!
Paulo Genato, thank you for liking our stream. Ganito. Meron tayo. Tales of Arise. Yung nilalaro rin ni Russo Gameplays. Puro God Eater na kayo Hindi ko na nabalikan yung series na yan. Huli kong laro yan sa PSP pa. Balik na. Kaya pa dami kasi nilalaro. May pang grind din sa Genshin. Sir Shira Ryu, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Like and share ng ating stream. Thank you.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Ganda ng combination nila. Okay.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
But of course. Anong effect ba? Oh. Sakit. Sakit ng points. So, pinag-ipunan nga pala tayo. Tama ba? Focus on points in the
There's history.
Pero maganda. Wala siyang pampataas. Ito plasma shock. Ang pampataas ko ay well. Okay. Nakikita yung artifact. Ito ba yun? Ito na po. Good luck. Thank you sa pagtambay sa ating stream, Sir Mark Early. Good luck sa inyong exam and good night. Nakikita yung artifact. Hindi ko alam kung saan nagtatoggle on off yung artifact. Thank you. Kita-kits eh. Kita-kits sa McDo. Ito yung side quest.
Need to be.
Ito yung controls. So yung artifact dito. Artifact. Anong artifact? Ayun. After clearing the game.
Stronger.
Pero saan yung artifact list?
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Artifact list ko.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Radiant escape!
Radiant
Freaking does it!
Here! Radiant air balloon feet. I can handle it. Think with logic.
I'm a blind freeze!
Can't get out of this!
Still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Fuck eh.
This one's all mine!
I never miss!
Come on! Strike!
Sleep now.
I'll smash you!
Here I go. Get on there with the
Strike! Dragon Form!
Mega Ray!
Lightning Thrust! Mirage! Dragon Form! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Man,
Lightning!
here you go! Here!
You're finished! Soaring Light Spear! Hurricane Thrust!
Glacial
Mirage! Take it!
Man, thousand
Ay, wala akong ano.
You're finished! Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm! I'll finish you here and now! Take this! Strike! You're finished! Eat this! Take this! Strike! Slap the shock!
Now!
Long! Take! Blow them away!
Blow them away. Nice.
I still got a ways to go.
Artifact list. Alam ko nasa makikita yung artifact list. Ah, matik pala. To different set of cards. Okay, okay. Where are you? Nagbabalik si Sir Kian PH.
No backing! Yeah! No further! Take this! You're finished! Strike! Dragon Form!
This one's mine!
Boom, boom. Yes, Lurking. Thank you sa pagbisita. Standby sa atin.
All yours!
I'm sorry to be a father.
We've all got enough on our plate.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not done! Dragon Form! Come one, come up!
Leave the enemies to me.
No complaint here.
Thank you.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, my dear.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Umalak kaya ako ibang mystic card.
Save you!
You're mine! It's over! Be still!
Mali.
Mirage! Dragon Form! Ferocious Fury! Dragon Form! Doubly! In an instant! Impact Block! Now!
Boom.
Here I come! It's over! Hurricane
The
Block!
sky is mine. Now!
Mirage! Take this! In an instant! Impact Block! Now!
I'm all
Here I
stuffed up.
come! You're finished!
Chinese Supernova! Dance in the wind!
Doubly! In an instant!
Laging si ano, si Alpen ang napapartner.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Chest. May 7,000 gold. Time gold. Battle Royale tayo.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Get lost!
Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Strike!
Not in your
Ang dami nagkakas.
It's over!
Firmament Ranger!
Dragon Swarm!
It's a duel beyond!
Demon Fang! You're mine! It's over!
Here's another! Lunar
It's too
Collision!
Astral Arts?
That's my... Heal!
Shut him down!
Shield siya.
Alright!
Be still! Soaring Light Sphere!
Sealed!
Mirage!
There with the other!
You're mine!
I'm all stocked up! In here!
Dragon! I'll take you all on! It's over!
Cancel.
The tide of battle has turned. That's the power of comrades in arms.
Right. Comrades in arms.
Sentimental.
Get on in there with the others!
Be still! I'm not done!
Will this help?
Soaring Light Sphere!
With darkness!
Tectonic punch!
You're
There
mine!
you go. Me again.
Be still!
I rule your one.
It's over!
Kisara, all yours, Kisara.
Vanquish darkness!
Now!
All yours, Kisara.
Dragon Swarm!
Eat this!
Freezing storm!
Here I come! It's over!
Do it!
All good things. Hey! Blow them away!
Unlock natin lahat ng pwedeng i-unlock na combination.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Can't get out of this!
Raging
You're mine!
Like Astrolabe!
You're mine! You're finished! Orochi's Fury!
More for the stockpile! Vanquish darkness!
When did I get so popular? The enemy wields arms too.
We'll soon see about that!
Here I come!
Here I come.
Lightning orb!
Smash you!
Like Astral Dance in the wind!
Hindi pang dinabasag nila yun.
Photon flash! Astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done!
Soaring Light Sphere! Tear!
May 1,000 gales carry you to dread!
Strut! I'm on!
Right.
I'll run you through! Take this! You're finished!
Lunar
Take
corruption!
this!
Here
You
goes!
require a
Don't mind if I do!
Malay.
Lightning!
Now it's get through!
Who wants to
Dragon
die
Swarm!
mid-ranger?
Double Demon Fang! I'm on!
Arrow squad!
You're mine!
All day!
You're mine! Dragon
Boom.
Do
Swarm!
it!
Kisara, all yours, Kisara.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Okay, okay. Tatlo nung ano.
No backing down! In a vine,
Here I come! Come and face me! Here I come!
This one's mine!
It's over!
Now, let's get you all back away! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Boom.
You're finished!
Ganda nung combo na yun ah.
there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
In here! Let's get you all tucked away!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
You're mine!
Armor won't save you!
Try harder! Now! You're mine!
Sleep
I
now!
rule everyone.
Do they not teach you to say thank you, Indana? Not to your Renin, they don't.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
My turn!
Storm!
Dragon Swarm! Orochi Fury!
We do it!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Here goes! Roll now! Bronze and red, now!
I really owe you one. Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
There's always room for improvement.
Looks like some solid...
Oh, gamit, may gamit. Kanina yun. Nice.
equipment.
Saan kayo pupunta?
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Ano po dito? Sir John Road Kitoriano, thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Welcome po.
Hi, Hoodle!
Demon Fang! Eat this! Oh, no, son! Dragon Swarm! You're mine! I'm on Plasma Shock! Helen Hurricane! Here I come! You're finished!
May 1,000 gales.
Ito ng combo rin.
Double Demon Fang! Helen Swarm! It's over!
Shattering the freezing storm!
Double Demon Fang! You're mine! You're finished!
Lightning orb!
Orochi Fury! I'm on a roll now!
Shining supernova!
You're on! You're mine!
Ito yung makabuo ng combo.
Thunder field!
I can feel my precision improving.
Ibon.
Let's dispose of the trash.
May 1,000 gales. Here you go!
You're finished! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Castle! You're on! Orochi Fury! Here I come! You're finished!
Here's the evil!
Here I come! You're finished! Sonic Red Sphere!
Ito ng combo na yun.
This one's mine! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
You're finished!
Lunar corruption!
Orochi Fury! Plasma Shock!
Lightning! Downfall!
I'm not done! Dragon
Air
Swarm!
thrust! Freezing storm! My
Here I come! It's not! Dragon Swarm!
Do you require a hand?
You're done! Orochi Fury! Plasma Shock! First strike!
So those are Danon after all.
Something you want to say?
Not so long as keep them pointed
Skill lang
toward
na
the
skill.
enemy.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Out of our way!
Double Demon Fang!
In a bind?
I'm on! Take this! Come and get it! It's over!
Thunder field! Ray! Raging
Double
cascade!
Demon Fang! Watch it! Plasma Shock!
Shining supernova! Raging
You're
cascade!
done!
Like that!
Here I come! You're finished!
No one can escape my judgment!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Come and
them away!
Throw them away.
I can feel my power growing!
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Ba't may kumikintab siya?
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret it.
Here I come! Be still! Soaring Light Spear!
Glacial Steel! Pierce evil!
Take this! Here I come! First strike! Lightning Thrust! You're mine!
Freezing
You're on! First strike! Prepare to be teased! You're mine! It's over! Can't get out of this! Take
Hindi
it!
lahat.
You're finished! First strike! Orochi's Fury!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Lightning Rage!
I'm surrounded! You're mine!
Where are you going?
You're finished!
Let's get you up
Here I
there!
come!
I'll
Smash you! Dragon Swarm! Orochi's Fury! Here you go!
Feel like me
You're mine! You're finished!
I'm just do it!
Take this! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
My turn! Devastation! I'm on! Lightning Throw! It's over!
Do it!
More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Lightning Tiger Blade.
I think I'm getting stronger.
I won't forgive you!
I'm like base today! You're finished!
This one's mine!
Here I come! It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Coming through!
Orochi's Fury! Eternal Devastation!
Sabloy.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Not a chance! Soaring Light Spear! Hurricane Thrust! You're on! Here I come! It's over! Take this!
I lost myself in the kingdom.
You're mine! It's over!
Boom, boom.
My turn! Double Demon Fang! I'm on it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's
Cancelled.
You're finished! Be still!
Do it!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
You're mine! It's over!
Boom.
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Nice. Okay, may heal. Ubos ang CP.
Whew! What a rush!
Para sa inyo, ibang daan yun.
place here? Some kind of old house?
Get lost! You got company. This one's mine.
Boom, 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 boom.
Raging Cascade! Mega Ray! In here! Flame! Hurricane! This way.
That's you! Take this!
Stop! Lightning Fire Laser! That's
you got it!
One at a time!
Not the shock!
Seal! Eat this! Down! This'll come in handy.
I'm Dragon Form! I'll run you through! You're mine!
Let's go!
Burn in hell!
Boom, boom.
That's freaking nothing! Now I'm in trouble! Soaring Light Sphere!
Turn. That's the power of comrades in arms. Right. Comrades in arms.
I'm on you!
Sentimental.
Not on my watch! Raging Cascade!
Boom, 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 boom.
Do it!
Dohalim! Hey! Blow them away!
Blow them away.
I'm pretty worn out.
Want to rest up for a bit?
Kay CP.
An opponent like this should be easy.
They got me twice.
Here comes! Never miss! To the wind! In here! More for the stockpile!
Ay, madaya.
You're mine! You're finished!
In here!
First strike! Alex Form!
My judgment! Divine streak!
Boom.
Take this! You're finished! Take this! First strike! You're finished!
All in Raging Cascade!
I'll finish you here and now!
In here now!
Okay!
Miss Ann TV.
Consider your...
Thank you sa pag-like ng ating
What
stream.
you want in that thing?
What's up? Kamusta po?
Something you wanted to say?
Denied! I'm on it! Dragon Form! Be still! You're on! You're mine! You're finished!
Our next sword coming through!
Dragon Form! Be still!
Don't mind if I do!
Cancel.
Sweet dreams!
So those are Ganon after all. Something you want to say? Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
What's up? Happy Monday.
The heavens must be smiling.
Gala-gala. Uy, may kitab.
No further!
Ay, nakailag? Akala ko nakailag.
This one's mine! Chinese Supernova! Raging Cascade!
Not the shock!
Seal Corruption! This is coming this way!
You're
It looks
mine!
like you got this one covered!
Ay, na-cancel nga yung phone.
I'll run you through! You're mine!
Watch this.
I can handle it!
You're finished! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Radiant
No!
Punch!
Take this! You're finished! First strike! Sword here!
Freezing
Boom.
Storm!
Take this! You're finished! Double Demon Fang! You're mine! It's over!
Moon Corruption!
Be still!
Demons descend. Flashing Fang.
Tay.
I think I'm getting stronger.
Dami namang kalaban dito. Para may item, kailangan natin yung item.
Right, here goes! Can't get out of this! It's over!
Lightning orb! Raging cascade!
Armor won't save you!
None shall escape my judgment. Hit! Confiscated!
Boom, boom.
Photon
You're
blast!
mine!
All right,
It's over!
it's showtime!
Be still!
Photon
You're on! I'm on it! Take this!
Photon blast!
You're finished! Dragon Swarm!
Air thrust!
Dazzle!
Lightning
You're on!
Ayan.
Burn out! You're finished! Dazzle! You're on!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Ngayon ko lang nakita yung Mystic Arts ni Sheila.
You're mine!
I never miss! Photon raging cascade!
Here I come!
You're
finished!
I'll be saving this. Here's a healing art. Do it. Eat this. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Do it. This one's got your name on it.
Action to action!
Nice.
I can feel my precision improving.
We got
Equipment ulit.
Some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Ubus yung ating CP.
no choice!
Boom, boom.
Dazzle! Soaring right there! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again!
Kung napuntahan ko na to, item lang yung nasa baba na ito. Paano nga ba maglipat? Hindi ko alam ito. Ayun isa. Takbo, takbo. Parang ayoko muna pumunta dito. Parang pakiramdam ko sa baba muna dapat. Dito muna tayo, tingnan natin.
Get lost.
Double Demon Fang! Not done!
Not in your dream.
That freaking does it! You're finished!
Lightning orb.
Be still!
It's your time.
You escape! Here I come! It's over!
Lunar corruption.
Dragon Swarm!
Now,
Huli ka, bowl.
all energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
You're mine!
Sleep now.
Orochi Fury!
Get on in there with the others.
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
Nice.
My fists are crushing it out there!
Guess I misread the landing.
Ano kaya dito? Dapat sa taas ako dumaan.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
I'm not...
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term. But you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does. Which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Sa taas dapat ako pala dumaan.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Sa taas ako. Hindi ko pala nakapasok. Wala makapasok. Oh. Mukhang mali. Dapat nga sa baba. Sa baba nga dapat sa baba. Balik-balik ako. Ano dyan sa baba? Sa taas nga dapat.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm... Been looking for you. For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why? Beautiful, precious life. What the... That is all I desire. Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Where are you going? Get into the wind!
You're mine!
In a bind?
It's over!
A freezing storm!
You're mine! That freaking does it!
Archfield!
Demon Fang! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
Hindi mo tama.
Unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
I'll smash you!
Lightning!
Try harder! My turn! Here I come! It's over! Throwing left field!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
No benefit.
Raymond Per Bautista aka Monster Gaming. Thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream.
Demon Fang!
Take this!
Enjoy.
Light astral
You're on!
Whoa.
It's over!
One at a time. Raging
Here I come!
Radiant.
Double Phoenix! No further!
Huli ka.
Here, let me help. Let the marksman handle
form.
this.
Okay.
Here I go!
They need this one.
Lightning Thrust!
A whirling
Hurricane
storm.
Blast!
Take this.
I'll heal you all.
Die.
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
GG.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die.
Tinamaan. Aji Solis, thank you for liking our stream. Welcome po.
A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen,
Shion!
thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Ang lakas.
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Ang hirap tamaan ng kalaban kanina.
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey! Habang ma-HP ko. Kaya man lang kam.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Item. Unlock na natin yung camp dun sa taas. Para pwede mag-teleport. Baba na HP. Yung CP ko 230. Dahil 200 plus pa yan. Unlock lang natin yung camp. May nakita akong camp sa mapa eh. Naka-fast travel na pala tayo eh.
big tower over there.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Buy armor. Okay. Ubus ang pera.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Bawal pa. Okay, at least meron na tayong ano ka. Nag-update din tayo ng weapon. Mas wala na tayong gold. Huwag natin mga bagong weapon. Good buff na.
Dispose of the trash. Hey, when did I get so popular?
Steal! I never miss! Get on in there with the others!
You're mine! You're finished! Got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! You're mine! An astral art?
That's my cue! Here's a reward!
Shut him down!
Why'd you hear me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Talon Hurricane! Lightning Storm! I hope to take you quite a hand. I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Here's a reward! Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? That training's paying off! Soaring Light Spear! Hurricane Thrust! Mirage! You're finished!
Darling! This one's
Nice.
got your name on it!
Action to action!
A comfortable win.
Guess I misread the landing.
Fast travel din. Wala ko ano yung tumalog.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah. This doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened.
Anong nangyari?
This...
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renan Astral Arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionne's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
may bilog dun? Doon ba ako pumunta? Ay, yung owl. Nakikita ko yung owl. May bulaklak sa ulo.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Save. Sabi nila, sinave ko pa. Palit na kaya tayo ng mga costume nila.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
Pasok lahat eh.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
Miss Hazel Navarro,
I came here from Calaglia.
aka Hazel Gaming. Thank you sa pag-like ng ating
Alpha.
stream.
The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
Item ba? Saan ba ito pala?
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of the show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's because you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up.
Hey.
Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Beifan? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renins as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renins. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
Pahinga, pahinga. Nagkatao bigla sa kalsada.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renins here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renins out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renins just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is... When you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
Nice na. Ay, meron pa isang skit.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renin lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renins are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
Meron pa isa.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Okay, wala na. Request.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
What the?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
Good.
All right!
Tapos agad. Daming tao. Umiyak.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Quest.
Oh, yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey.
Good.
Really?
What?
Yes.
right, right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
Paano yun? Magluluto lang?
All right.
Yes!
Over there.
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Yes.
Huh.
All right.
Alright. Libreng ano? Libreng gold.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
Paano lumabas yung instruction kanina? Tatayo ko ng walang ano. Controls. Ay, lumabas ng controls. Mga craft ba tayo? Ano tayo bang mga craft? Ay, may lemon gel na. Nabili natin yung lure. Baka mga isla rin tayo.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know? Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Esta Luva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
May may quest akong nakita.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's
Parang
wrong.
familiar sa akin to.
Mm-hmm. Well...
I see.
Hmm.
Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
Cancel.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
Ano yung item na yun? What is up, Boss Russo? Welcome, welcome. Oo. And thank you sa pag-like ng ating stream. Medyo hindi nakapaglaro last week eh. Sige, abangan natin yan. Ano mga mangyayari?
Sand in my eyes.
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Okay, okay. Tingin ko doon na muna tayo dito na muna tayo. Save ko na, save. Yan. So yan guys, dito na muna tayo mag-end. Tuloy lang natin bukas yung story. Yan. Maraming salamat guys sa lahat ng dumaan, no? Lahat na nag-like, nag-share. And maraming salamat po. At sa star senders natin for today, Lexheart Gaming and also Ron Mustang aka Kerrigan of Team Okra Place. Ayan. Maraming salamat po. Ano pwedeng i-raid? Search natin kung may pwedeng i-raid. Raid. Isang bagal na FB. Ito na lang si Sir Another Hot Day. Lalaro siya ngayon ng Story of Seasons. Ayan. Guys, maraming salamat. Kita-kits tayo bukas. And this is Shujin signing off. Wait. Lagyan mo lang muna natin yung ating i-raid, no? Corner raid. Wala na ilagay. And Team 4 Love Raid. Yan, i-raid natin si Sir Another Hot Day. Ayan. And guys, maraming salamat. Kita-kits tayo bukas. And this is Shujin signing off.